What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're building a fully automated, all-in-one mixing station right here in the docks warehouse. This is going to be a serious upgrade to your operation, so let's get into it. First, here's everything you're going to need. 9 lockers, 17 huge storage closets, 3 brick presses, 1 Packaging Station MK2, and 12 Mixing Stations MK2. Total build cost comes in at around $51,000. But the great thing about this setup is that you can build it out in stages if you're not quite there yet financially. Start with one side and expand as the money rolls in. Alright, let's get building. Start by placing your huge storage closets along the left wall. Then position a mixing station directly in front of each one. Mirror that layout on right sides. Now for the center row, find this mixing station and take 4 steps forward, and place your first mixing station, then place the next one, just like you see here on screen. Once those are down, place the huge storage closets behind them. Now add your brick presses and remaining huge storage closets as shown. And finally drop the packaging station near the entrance. This is where you'll be unbricking your product, and storage closet will be input to those mixing station. Now let's configure the mixing stations and brick presses. The mixing stations furthest from the entrance act as Station 1 for both the left and right sides. For the center section, we're running the workflow clockwise. Follow along on screen if you need a visual reference. Now for the filters, not the most exciting part, but easily the most important. Getting this wrong will throw off your entire mixing sequence, so pay close attention. The mix we're running today is banana to Cuke to horse semen to mega bean. You can swap this out for any 4-ingredient blend you prefer, but make sure your filters are set up to match your chosen sequence exactly. While we're setting this up, let me know in the comments what build you want to see next. I've got a few ideas in the pipeline, but I want to hear from you guys first. Anyway, back to it. Now let's talk about your employees. You're going to have 9 employees in total, split into 3 teams: left side, right side, and center. Think of each team as its own little operation running independently, which is exactly what makes this build so efficient. Each team is made up of 3 people. First, you've got your chemist. They're stationed at the mixing stations and handle all the actual mixing. Then you've got your first handler, whose only job is to keep the mixing stations loaded with product so the chemist is never sitting idle. And finally, your second handler is responsible for pulling ingredients from the loading bay and managing the brick press for bricking of the final product. Every single person has a clear role. Nobody is overlapping, and the whole thing runs like clockwork once it's set up properly. 9 employees, 3 teams, 0 confusion. Here's how to configure your deliveries. Make sure Loading Bay 1 supplies Mixing Stations 1 and 2, and Loading Bay 2 supplies Mixing Stations 3 and 4. One important tip: deliveries can get expensive and slow early on. In the beginning, it's worth buying your supplies manually and letting your handlers fill the huge storage closets themselves. Once those are stocked up, then switch to daily deliveries to keep everything topped off automatically. Alright, let's see it all running. Come over here to the packaging station, unbrick your product, and move it into the storage closets. These are the inputs for your mixing stations. And over here is where your finished product will be waiting once it's all been processed. And that's the full setup. Once this thing is running smoothly, it basically handles itself. If this helped you out, drop a like and subscribe. More builds are coming. See you in the next one.